Hello everyone and welcome back to the Battlefield Siege. Ryan here. We have another video for you today. We are not playing Pauper. I know it's crazy. We're actually playing Standard because Standard is actually good again, which is great. Ever since Vivi and Screaming Nemesis got banned, there's actually legit room for other aggro decks to exist. And Avatar has allowed us to play Allies, which is a great creature type and has some really good creatures in it as well, thanks to this Avatar set. The main thing I noticed with this set, when I was looking through spoilers, is Earth King's Lieutenant. Earth King's Lieutenant says when it has trample, which is crazy, but it says when this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each other ally you control. And then it says whenever an ally enters, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So it's Thalia's Lieutenant for allies, which is crazy because if there's good enough allies, then essentially we can run a humans deck. So this made me think about 5-color humans back in the day in Modern. Humans were still really good in Pioneer for a brief amount of time as well because of Thalia's Lieutenant. So I was thinking, how do we maxi make this good in Standard? And the reason why it was good is because it had Thalia's Lieutenant and ways to copy Thalia's Lieutenant to make huge board states. And essentially they did that with Phantasmal Image. But now we have Mockingbird, which is the same thing. It's also what Pioneer used as well. So we have a 5-8 of the Earth King's Lieutenant, which is absolutely crazy. So our best curve is essentially going Earth King's Protector into Earth King's Lieutenant and then copying it with Mockingbird. We can play another 1-drop. Outside of that, when we think about allies or when I think about 5-color humans, the variant that I'm basing this off is that you want interaction and ways to stay in the game. So Aang is the way to stay in the game. It has great interaction. It's essentially a Reflector Mage and a Spell Queller combined, which is huge. And it also allows us to flip it and make a huge Lord effect as well. After that, we have South Pole Voyager, which allows us, it's essentially Halia, which is from the Edge of Eternity set. And this allows us to gain life and draw cards so it can beat other aggro lists as well as stay ahead of aggro lists, which is just insane. Katara, I'm currently trying 2 out. It's a legendary creature, but again, it doubles triggered effects. So it doubles Earth King's Lieutenant. When we're copying stuff, it's going to double another Earth King's Lieutenant. The ETB and counters going on to other creatures. South Pole Voyager gets doubled as well. Invasion Reinforcements gets doubled. It can go quite crazy and go quite wide. On top of that, just to short things out in the 3-drop slots, I'm running just a couple Earth King Jailers. You don't want too many 3-drops because we already got our main one with Aang. And we are running a couple more Lord effects because generally in the 5-color humans list and other human lists, you do want some extra Lord effects to carry on as well. Ideally, you want another 2-drop, but that's fine. I have been using just 2 Great Divide guides because I found that if you go 1-drop into a 2-drop like Invasion Reinforcements that make 2 tokens, then when you play this on turn 3, you have 3 mana as well, and you can make a huge board and normally swing out on turn 4 and 5, which is crazy. Currently, I'm playing this in best of ones right now because it is the Wild West, so we don't really have all these specific decks. I know there's some reanimated decks running around, some blue-white control and blue-black tempo, but I think this deck is a real contender right now, so let's try it in a couple games and see how we go. Okay, so we're playing against Undmin. We are Momo. This hand is looking gravy, so we'll keep this. It's looking good. All right, they're on the play. Okay, they're playing this like Aura's deck that's been kicking around. We're just going to go this into Earth Kingdom Protector. They normally do run Seam Rip, but if we have ways to just protect this Lieutenant, the better for us, essentially. It's kind of even an option to play the South Pole Voyagers first, considering they actually have... Okay, they're just doing that here now. Yeah, I'm more inclined to play the South Pole Voyagers now. They get pretty big quickly. I think if we have a good way of getting ahead and going a little bit crazy, I think we're in the clear. They also scribe 1 to the bottom, which is good. So yeah, let's play the Flood Farm and let's play South Pole. You can play Starting Town. I guess the only issue is if you draw a second Starting Town, because then the second Starting Town will come to play tapped. Yeah, Most Helpful Weave is insane because it eventually gives double strike to a creature. So once it gets flying, it can get pretty out of hand. But here what we want to do is make a huge Earth King's Lieutenant. So, and it's good that they're bottoming, which means they're not finding what they want to find. But yeah, attack with the Slumbering Keep card, that's fine, no blocks. I think we should be able to relatively get through. What I might do, yeah, we'll play Starting Town. And then I'm going to play the Earth King Ally first, because I'd rather this get a counter than an extra counter on Earth King's Lieutenant, especially if they play Seam Rip onto the Lieutenant. And then we'll play the Lieutenant. Because we're going to draw a card off that as well. Auto pay. And we're not obviously attacking. Well, I guess we could trade, but it's kind of just not worth it. Especially because they could have the Shard Mages, which is not what we want. That's good. We have a flyer now. We choose what they want to put it on. Yep, on the 3-2. They are spreading that width, if you will. Yeah, through the llama. That is scary. A 6-5 is very scary. So there's no real way to give them lifelink too much. But we can have a big creature in this quite quickly if we want to. And we are going to be gaining a lot of life. Yeah, Veteran Survivor is fine. So they're kind of playing also like a white weenie version as well. We are just going to take the 7 because next turn it will get double strike. And white doesn't really have a way to give trample, so I'm not mega worried about that. So as we have something to just chuck in front, I'm happy. Okay, invasion reinforcement. So I kind of just want to do that twice. So, and this also gives us a way to block that. So I'm just going to do, let's tap here and also tap here and do the invasion reinforcements now. Because we've got a Mockingbird, then we're definitely doing Earth King's Lieutenant. And if we draw an Aang, I'm very keen to draw an Aang essentially. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think we just leave back one block right now, and then we just invasion reinforcements on their turn. No attacks. End turn. And we just throw something in front of the bus here, and then we'll continue on our merry way. Yeah, you can Shard Mage's Rescue, that's fine. That also means that we have more of a chance to actually bounce that. Resolve all. Scrying's good. Hopefully they just bottom. Yeah, they did bottom. Go to their turn. I wonder where that's going, the double strike. Surely, like the spider, we're just throwing anything in front of the spider. Alright, they are targeting the spider. Resolves. Yep. Let them attack, and then we'll play the invasion reinforcements. So they got no other cards in hand, so we can quite easily Shard Mage just now. So we'll get a 5-5, so we can block this quite easily. Yep, we've got a Momo. So this is blocking this. And then I think we just chuck this in front of there. And then I think we just take 6. I'd rather keep everything so we can actually get in on stuff. There we go. Okie dokie. So that doesn't matter too much. We are going to do this now. The Momo makes it cheaper, so we'll do it that way first. So we'll play, and then we get 2 creatures out that way as well. So we will go, we'll tap the white to play Momo. And it's a flyer as well, which is nice. And then we'll play Aang. Yeah, we'll play it like that. And we'll target this. All the other shenanigans happen. Yada, yada. Play that. We could play Momo if we want to. I think we just get in with everything now. Yeah, let's get in with everything. I could play this other Momo, but I don't think we really need to. I'm feeling pretty good about this now. I mean, there's a word that I could have just played the Lord effect and gone in, but in case I wanted just to block this and then take 7, 10, and then 2, 4, 6, yeah, it wouldn't be enough. Opponent's thinking about their life choices right now. Bash, 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 bash. Go to 3 and turn. I could play this Momo, but you know, I don't think it's that valid. Yeah, and there we go. All right, let's try out another match, I reckon. All right, looking at this hand, it's not too bad either because we can go. We'll keep it. It's again not the greatest. We really want more of that 2-mana Lord, but that's okay. I like this because we can essentially play this into the South Pole Voyager and then be on our merry way in terms of play the Flood Farm because we've got all white sources currently. Is that this, if we can keep it alive and gain lots of life, we can normally get there. You know, we have lots of ways to do that as well. So we're definitely not blocking that. All right, Earth Kingdom. We're going to play the Flood Farm, and then we're just going to play. Oh, they have the counterspell here. Let's attack and see what they do. All right. Now let's play another Earth Kingdom, and then we'll play the Earthen Ally. I have a feeling they just have to quench, like it will quench her. They could have the cycle, but I'm also kind of fine just like adding onto the board this way. It kind of screws up our curve a little bit, but yeah, that's essentially what I was worried about, was the quench. Now if they can tap out and then we can play the Voyager, it definitely won't die, and then we can slowly build up our board from there. Okay, that's good. So they are getting rid of both creatures, which is sad for us. Very sad. Okay, Lieutenant's good. So let's play this. Just we'll name white with the blue. We'll say enters tapped, and then we'll play this. And then hopefully we just hit another land so we can double spell. No blocks. They can quite easily have an instant and or sorcery. Okay, that's interesting. Let's play this and we'll name green. And we'll pay 2 life. We're going to play this Earth Kingdom dude. We will attack for 3 now. They can have Enduring Curiosity. But I think that's kind of fine. Is it fine? I kind of don't like it. I want to get one more draw off this. I'm not going to attack. I know that's very reserved, but they haven't done anything else and didn't counter that. Yeah, okay, they're doing that instead. So it's probably worth to attack for 3, but I was more worried about a flash threat. Even if they, I guess they only had 2, so the other thing that they can play with a reduced cost doesn't really matter as much. I'm basically telegraphing that I have an invasion reinforcements as well, because I shocked that in. Yeah, so we'll invasion reinforcements. They're doing it for a lot, so that's definitely going to be unalived here. But at least we get to gain 2 life, draw a card. And now we can do another Legion, which is good with Mockingbird. So a land is our best draw here, which we get. We'll name Ally. Done. And then I do want this to be a 2-2. No, I want this to be a 2-4 actually. Yeah, so we will play this. And let's play this. Creep it up for 1. Auto pay, please. And then we'll name this Trample, which is absolutely huge. Attack with everything. And then hopefully we get there. The fact that we have Trample, 2 Tramplers, is just crazy. Maybe it was correct to do it the other way, but I wanted this to be a 3-4 as well. So it could actually be something that we could attack with. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's try another one. All right, looking at this hand, it is a little bit slow. We don't really have a 2-drop. I'm going to mulligan this one, sadly. Oh, so close. And we're going first as well. We have to mull to 5, sadly. Yeah, we'll keep this. Again, not the best. I'm wondering, I think we actually bottom this because we got, and probably one of these. Because, yeah, we do have a curve here. So we'll play this. We'll name allies. And then let's play our 1-drop. We'll go into 2-drop, and then we have 3-drop. Alright, we're playing as a green deck. Okay, that was a huge draw. I'm still going to play the Great Divide Guide here. And let's just attack. Attack. And then next turn we can play the Earth King's Lieutenant and then the White Lotus Reinforcements. Again, I'm going to play the... Well, it's as if we draw a land or we draw another 2-drop, essentially. Keen-Eyed Curator. Alright. Turn. Come on, land. Alright, that's kind of still better anyway. So let's play this. Because the 3-3 Voyage kind of matters. Well, although... Yeah, sorry, we want to get the draw off this anyway. So we'll play this first. And then we'll play this. Get the life, draw the cards, get the counters. We'll play Starting Town. And then we just pass. And now we can go Lord Effect into attack with everything, hopefully. Yep, so this is the... I saw this deck. It looked pretty cool. Not doing anything else. So I could hold this creature. Yes, for 7, so when creature control. I kind of don't hate the idea of just playing this attack with everything. The fact that we have... Yeah, I think we just attack with everything, to be honest. We gain life. And we have this indestructible as well. So they might just try and sack to block the Lieutenant. But this is pretty huge hit. Yeah, that's fine. You take the rest. You go, you're an 8. I'm going to play this land. And then, yeah, Invasion, Lieutenant, Mockingbird, or other Lord effects going to be what we want. That's good, but again, they're an 8. Yeah, Momo, not that good. So we can make, what, a 4/4? I mean, we still play it because a bunch of our creatures still do something here. It's what we want. Yeah, let's just play Momo. Let's get a 4/4. And then either have to at least block with one thing. Let's just attack with this, this, and this. And then maybe the fly gets there, maybe. They have to choose to block, and assume they just block with the Sarruk here. We have to block with both, actually. It's a bit rough. So really the White Lotus Reinforcement was actually like a free attack there anyway. So yeah, you can see this deck's actually pretty fast, and it just kind of climbs up the chains pretty quickly. There we go. We're already up to the next tier. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.